So, good evening everyone, and welcome again, in one of our new lessons of written expression. Today we are at night, it's almost 10 o'clock, so I thought of making, a video, before going to bed. And here we are now, with our second part, of our lesson of punctuation. Now we'll start from the point we stopped in, previously. I mean, the full stop. Now we knew, of course, that the full stop is the main important end mark, but it is not only the main function or the only function of the full stop. It has many other functions, and positions within the English sentence. We'll try to discover them in this lesson. So we write as a title the full stop. Number one, or the first function of the full stop or the period, we have the case, when we use sometimes the initial letters, of some nouns or names, alright, instead of the full name, alright, instead of the full name. For example, we write Smith, right, Clark, David. Now, whenever we use an initial letter, instead of full name, we must always put after it a full stop. Only full stop after any initial letter, that represents or replaces the full name. So we write here as the first case, full stop is used after the initials of names. For example, we have the case like this. Whether this initial comes in the middle or at the end, or even at the beginning. For example, I write Samson, Mark, Steve, Mark, Steve, for instance, or Mark Hampton, like this. We always take full stop after them. Alright, good. Also we have the second case, which concerns what? It concerns certain abbreviations. Alright, certain abbreviations, alright. Some specific abbreviations, especially, for example, for time, like A full stop, M full stop. Now here, if you want to continue, you must put a comma and continue. If it's the end of a sentence, it's okay. Right. Also, after P, M, right? And also, other abbreviations for dating, like B, C, right? And A, D. B for Christ, A, D, Anno Domini, right? And also certain specific or very specific abbreviations, which are always written with, full stops, between its letters. For example, you write, have the abbreviation for cash on delivery, C, O, D, for cash on delivery, Here is a specific abbreviation, okay, for an economic term. Right, and so on. Also, we have number 3, third case. The case of what we call decimals or decimal numbers. These are numbers which are expressed in tenths, okay, in tenths. For example, you write 4 decimals, decimals. Example, 0.75. Now this number is called decimal. Right, decimal. Or 3.32. And so on. Clear? So here we separate, okay, these 2 units of numbers by using a full stop. A full stop. We have also another important case, okay, which concerns what we call currencies. Currencies. For example, we have in Algeria the dinar as the main currency, and we have a unit, okay, which is smaller than it, which is the centime. All right. We have the pound in Britain, okay, and the pence, less than the pound, okay. We have in America the dollar and the cent. So usually when we try to express, okay, these currencies, okay, with both units, the higher one and the lower one, we separate them using full stop. For example, you write 4 currencies, currency. Example, you write $7 and full stop here, 33 cents. $7, okay, $0.33 cent. Sorry, $7.33. Clear. 5 dinars, 0.05, for instance, centimes. Right, and so on, and so forth. Also, we have here certain remarks to raise about the use of full stops, because we have some, if we can say, confusing cases or situations we should clarify. Right. The first case concerns abbreviations, okay, or acronyms for organizations. All right. For organizations or even countries. Okay, countries also. Now, in English, usually we don't use any full stop, okay, between, okay, the capital letters used, okay, for the abbreviations of organizations. Clear? For example, United Nations, we can write UN. Right, UNICEF, UNICEF, as it is. Right, FAL, FAL, and without any need to put any full stops, okay, between, okay, these letters of either abbreviations or acronyms. Clear? Or acronyms. Also, so here we write, we don't use a full stop, okay, for abbreviations, right, of organizations. Clear? And also, we have the case of abbreviations of some titles. For example, Mr., Mrs., I don't know. Also, we have Mr., Mrs., Ms., and so on, Doctor, Saint. Here also, according to the British norms of punctuation, we don't put any full stop after them. Clear? After them. So, also, we write here Now full stop. After Mr., Mrs., Ms., Doctor, Saint. Right, Doctor, Saint. But after Junior, right, and Senior, which come after the name, we put a full stop. Okay, the British put a full stop after these two, okay, abbreviations, but not after these ones. But in case you find full stops after these ones, it's not wrong, but it's an American, if you can say, version of punctuation. Okay, but in our lesson, our course, we adopt always, as we said, the British norms and the rules of punctuation. That's why we don't put any full stop after these. Only after Junior and Senior we put a full stop. Okay, after the number right, Martin Luther King Jr., full stop, is, okay, famous preacher. Is famous preacher. Of course, here the full stop, it's not a full stop as an end mark, but this is the full stop which comes after Junior. After Junior. Good. Also, we have, okay, another case in which we don't use any full stop also, which concerns the word miss. The word miss. Because miss is not an abbreviation, it's a full word. So there is no need at all to write any full stop after it. Clear? And in case you find full stop after it, it's a common mistake. It is wrong. So here also, we don't put any full stop after the word miss. Now, as you see here, we have tried to highlight, okay, the different uses of the full stop within and inside English sentence. We have three main cases. Okay, after initials of names. Okay, after some abbreviations, and also after decimals and units of currency, to separate units of currency. Okay, here we have some other cases, okay, which may be confusing. So we show to you, okay, how to, okay, put full stop in the right place and when not to put it. I hope that you have grasped this lesson, which is very simple, okay, and easy about the full stop. We also now put a full stop, okay, and we go to our bed. So, good night.